Alright, you guys are subscribing, so I'm going to give you videos to make up for it. Right now I'm drying out the Eureka Power Speed filter. All this stuff's already dry, but I just rinsed it all out quickly, very quickly, because this is my daily driver and it can't be out of commission for too long. I didn't even wash the hose. And then I just need to wipe it down. Brush hole's probably got to be cleared. I've been using it like crazy, so. Oh, daily driver. This is like my second daily driver if I'm doing hard floors. I washed that one out too. Doesn't really look like I did, but I did. That's because I didn't put any wax. Or I did. I haven't polished this bin at all, but the wax usually kind of makes it look good. I haven't polished this bin either, and it's pretty decent. Then again, this white kind of makes stuff look weird. But yeah. I polished the window on this and greased the bearings. You know, for the, like in Teletext series, if you don't already know already, that little rubber piece that's on the bearing, you can pop that out with a nail or something and it'll actually reveal the actual ball bearings in there. And I would actually just get some bearing grease and you just pack it in there with your finger, and then when you put that plastic piece back on, it packs it in there even more. And this thing runs so much smoother now. I'm also going to be washing the hose because it needs it, but the rest of it is nice and clean. Besides, I might do a little bit more in the bag area. I'm probably going to be washing. This bag is still good. I'm not going to, I mean, there's like barely anything in there. Probably just wipe I haven't done anything in here yet. And then this just all has to be wiped out. And then I'm going to wash my microfiber rag because this filter doesn't really do much. So I'm going to wash both of these. Probably going to order another one of these when I order a new HEPA filter. Wipe all this out. And yeah. Probably try cleaning out this filter somehow. Yeah, this is my last Great Value bag, and then I wasn't at Walmart. That's where I get my Great Value bags, and they're cheap, so that's why I bought them. And for vacuums, like this, that I use a lot, but this thing's really well built. When I first cleaned this thing out, after probably never being cleaned out ever since it was bought, years ago, there was barely anything in the motor. So, and I doubt anyone else was ever in there. But yeah, I did buy some genuine Eureka bags. Eureka RR bags. Eureka always does like AARR. This one takes AA. They're both top fill. And this one I got some really cheap bags for, but after these, I go through this bag. One of those ones is actually the one that I kind of used a little bit. This is that one back there I used a little bit, but I kept it in case like I did like a mess test or something. I don't want to ruin my like household bag. So yeah, because I might be doing a mess test with it soon, because why not? Not like anything major, maybe like just a little bit of dust on the ground or some like oat things, because I have a lot of those, or some like stale cereal or something, I don't know. So this got to be washed. My makeshift towel, because this doesn't really filter that much. I'm trying to protect the motor on this. Taking it down to the motor is kind of a pain in the ass. Not really, you don't even have to take it off the base, you just pop the front cover off. But getting it back on is annoying because you have to try not to pinch the wires and stuff, so yeah. This one's super easy to take down to the motor. You do have to take it off the base, but it's still very easy. This one, a couple months back, I had to glue the seal back in place. It was like falling off. And then it was also falling off up here, so I glued that back in place. This thing is like falling apart. It barely works anymore. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. But yeah, this one, the shift filter also needs to be washed. We'll just set those both in a minute. This thing, did I upload that video? I don't know. Anyways, I mean, I have the video, so I'll upload it, but if in case I don't get to it in a while, because this video is probably going to be uploaded first, I greased the end bearing on this, and I did upload a video of how bad it sounded, but I did grease the end bearing on this. Getting to the inner bearing is really hard, so I just did the end bearing. pop that rubber thing off, pack some grease in there. Now it runs really smooth. Waxed it, and it looks pretty good. Everything cleaned up really nice on it. The bag doesn't sting, so I didn't even worry about washing that. Cleaned out the caddy, didn't wash the hose, but yeah, this is the hose for the smart vac. I'm not worried about getting it clear or anything. That's usually impossible. Once they're not clear anymore, they're never going to be clear again. Mostly just for smell. It doesn't really smell bad, but it smells like dust. And I don't like the smell of dust, so it's going to get washed. This thing I'm not going to wash the hose for, but I am going to like wipe it off. This filter's almost dry. It's just this white part that's still a little damp. It's my way of drying vacuum filters. All the plastic parts dry real fast, and the hoses take forever, but microfiber cloth. I'm not even going to use any liquids, I'm just going to wipe it off. Dust it, kind of. Obviously, it's not a sealed filtration system, so some of this dust might actually be dust that this thing has exhausted. Because I have been using it quite heavily, so. And my house gets a lot of dust, like a lot of fuzzies and a lot of dust. And even my Hoovers have a hard time keeping their filters clean. The Max Performance keeps it clean forever, but these I call it a dual cyclone. Those do okay, but like better than nothing, but still not perfect. I know I would normally turn that fan off, but I want the filters to try on this. This thing actually makes vacuuming fun again. Some of this dust I don't think is from it blowing dust. I think it's just a mixture of static and like when I take the bin off and dust like probably scatters out of that seal there. There's actually a damp spot on the rag here. Surprisingly, even though this thing probably sat on the shelf for a while, the belt is fine. I'm sure dust probably squirts out in here a little bit because it's not, the switch doesn't have a seal around it, so air exhausts from here too. Yeah. Not the most sealed system, but the Bissells, at least the budget ones like this Budget Eureka, the Bissells aren't any better. Like the Bissell Power Force Helix Turbo, Helix Rewind. Though they have better filtration than the older ones, I believe. These wheels need to be oiled, but there's not really a good way to oil these. Just snap in wheels. Best bet is to just kind of let it be. Yeah. I don't see any hair. look at that. I've already managed to scuff it. Oh well. I wasn't really intending on keeping this one look brand new forever. I mean, I did my usual electrical tape around the wheels thing. I don't beat on it on purpose. That was probably on accident. I don't even remember doing it, so. Oops. I got something in my eye. What's up with me getting stuff in my eye? I love the black color on this. It's a complete black with the orange accents. I'm usually not the biggest fan of orange, like I've said before, but yes, I know my vacuum room is literally orange, but I'm not even gonna worry about putting a wax on this. Not like it's that hard. I have the clip wax that you just spray and buff on, but I think this is where like a window would be or something. But yeah. What the hell is going on? Pontiacs. Alright, so what shall we do? Suppose we could just go ahead. Actually, let's wash this one. I know it needs it, so. Dish salt mixed with water. Suppose we might as well do this one now. Suppose we could probably just do one at a time. Yeah, you can see the reason I have that is because, I mean, look at this, it's not going to do much. But it's probably because this one's probably the original one. I have not washed it since I got it. Doubt the original owners did. Yeah, it's not that dirty. I think that's the stain. Very hot water. The nice thing about keeping your sink clean that you can do this kind of stuff in it without feeling like ew. Might just be making the filter dirtier than it was. See, like how when it turns yellow like that, that's germs. It's not that bad, but definitely gonna have to order another one of these. Clean my rag. This part's gonna be dirtier, I think. Oh, yeah. Gotta close that. That window in there has a really bad draft and it'll spread throughout the rest of the house and cause the furnace to kick on a lot, so. Oh yeah, I guess we can just probably just put all these right next to the fan. This. I might just leave this one out. Damn, I hate sneezing. A lot of people like it. Let me get a bite of it. I don't wash hoses in the sink. I don't like washing anything in the sink. It's not that bad. It's whatever. It's probably more than enough. Can you guys think of anything else? Not like this is a live stream, but whatever, okay? How does the look on this? Not really bad enough to wash. Can't tell if this is damp or if it's like just kind of cold. I know the filter on this is probably a hot mess. Not that bad. Not that bad. This filter is kind of shot though, it's letting a lot of dirt through, a lot of dust through. This whole vacuum is not looking that good. It's got a magic eraser as a exhaust filter right now. It actually seems to be working. And it has more airflow and suction than it did with the actual HEPA filter. It's still the same one. I just ripped all the paper out and left that mesh on top. Because I don't really want to pay for a new HEPA filter right now. Not for a machine that is as beat up as this one. It's vacuum of the week currently. This is one of my sister's favorites actually. I placed the belt on it. What the hell happened? I replaced the belt on it, so it runs a little better now. This is the belt that was on there. It's the Eureka style J belt. And I think it's got a business style 7 belt on it right now. A lot of you guys probably think like, dude, you run business style 7 belts on everything, and I probably explain this in every video. It's so much easier just to buy one belt consistently than buy a bunch of different belts. Like, a lot of vacuums have the same length going this way, and that's all it is. It's literally, you know, as long as it's that same length, doesn't feel too much more like non-stretchy, you ain't gonna hurt nothing. Like when this belt finally goes out, it's getting the business style 7 belt. I don't care. They're pretty much the same machine anyways. And this doesn't have the pulley, the idler pulley thing in there anymore. This is just there because I took all the springs and shit off this plastic piece, and then I just glued this plastic piece in so there wasn't a big hole here. And then, yeah, so now it just kind of works like a normal vacuum. You just put a normal rubber belt on there, no more of that flat belt. I actually have a flat belt right here. That's a flat belt. Not stretchy or rubbery or anything. Oh, this is pretty much hard to dry. Yeah, I made this filter. Just a medium thick piece of foam. Seems to get the job done. But I think I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more. Peace.